Hello. I want you to know it all happened for a reason. It all happened for a reason. It all happens for a reason. I'd like to dedicate this time to remind you of your protection, of my protection. It's the same. You're talking to yourself. This is not the person. I do not have to cower ever. There's no fear I have to attach to. There's nothing out there but you. You're there. The only thing separating you from that is that sense of separation. For you know time doesn't exist. You know the 3D is a game. You know it's a game to be played to shed off. So you no longer have to play anymore. So you can actually have some fun. These games are limited. There's unlimited joy and fun and potential, endless potential, when you get to the realms of infinite. When you breathe fully into your stomach, when you breathe fully into your heart, when you breathe in your third eye, your first eye, your spiritual mind, that's you're in touch with that. That's your key. Being in touch with that is your key. Your spiritual vision is how you see spirit. It's underlining the physical eye's vision, because the eyes only talk about what they see by putting images in your brain. They're only talking about the spirit. Parts of you are in touch with that spirit, for the spirit is piloting that thing where the setup is. The spirit is essence. In essence, it's your essence. Spirit is what you are. Spirit is what incarnated. The spirit is what incarnates now. The spirit is filling this moment and all the extension of, because spirit only is extension. It's right there. It's your source, which is the extending blueprint of divine, your divinity, your divine moment. This is it. It's ever present. So if you don't like it now, there'll be the now always. What are you doing? What are you going to do? What are you going to bring into the now? That's your your ability to respond. That's your responsibility. What are you and what are you going to bring in to the now? The real essence? You're going to live as spirit? Because you always have. The mind, the things, the visions of other people, they're not real. All the other people are essence, and that's what's real. But in essence, they're inside of you. And the only thing you love about anyone else is something you love about yourself. The only thing you love about anyone else, your family, your best friends, your old times, old memories, the things you love about that, is something in yourself that you love. It's true. How could you love it? You're the one who made what love is. It was you. That's why you love it. That's why you love anything you can name. Who's naming? Who is the one experiencing that experience? Is the one experiencing separate than the experience? Is it the same? It's you. It's your essence. It's your source. It's you. The experience of you is the greatest experience you can ever imagine to even begin to think about or begin to imagine and bring in. There's limitlessness. That's the blueprint. It's you. In spirit. That's what's coming through. To get down all the way, the spirit's coming through from source, which is all. It's coming in and it's going through layers. 5D, it's going through 4D. There's no time in this moment. There is no time. And then it goes even to the 3D mind, where you think that there's time. There's no time. All of these things are building blocks that you didn't create. It's like someone made the building block set and they gave it to you, but you could just be creating your own building blocks. You could be stacking twigs from trees outside, and those are your building blocks. I mean, you could even notice that, I could probably use a whole limb. I could start building a house. I don't have to use these little Legos or whatever building blocks that they provide. I don't even believe in them anymore. I don't believe that they're anything other than a limit, because the unlimited is here too, and it's there. It's running parallel, and it's more than just running parallel. The view of it is just a parallel to something that really has no parallel. Our mind is a limiter. The brain is a limiter. All those programs are limiting. They're a limiter. They're a cap. And on top of your head, above the brain, you could do different things, and you'll feel it. Choku Rei. Move your finger this way. I think it's counterclockwise, but this camera reverses, so you'd be doing a counterclockwise to open and a clockwise to close. Choku Rei, Reiki. You have a crown chakra. You have just like everyone's in tune with at least some sort of wisdom where they know that there's a heart. That heart, the experiencing part of it, that experiences energies and spirit, that's your chakra, some people say. That's the same thing as I'm talking about the crown chakra. Get your brain, realize it was just talking, get it out of the way, let it talk and do whatever, and then whenever you need it, you can call on it. But get that little adolescence out of the way, because the child will never learn if it's from the brain, and get the real gut feeling inner child, the one who was not having to be ruled by the brain. Get that to the side. There's a chakra. Fill in the energy. Send it through your crown chakra. Send it to your vision, spiritual vision chakra, your mind's eye. Bring it down and speak it. Bring it all to the center of your chakras, your heart. Either side. It's your heart. It's the center. It's the sine wave. It's the middle. Bring it down to your stomach. You know you could feel it if you put your hand there. Imagine that here. You can imagine the colors going in through your crown chakra, through the top of your head. Such a dazzling light. It's like the sun. It's blinding to the pupil. But it's not for the pupil to see, other than to see it as himself or herself, the pupil's self. That's the light behind the eyes. It's not the pupil. It's you, that light. Send the real self, the light of the soul, and all the great things, the beautiful joys of life, and everything that's great and makes life great, everything that adds to your life, or even subtracts to your life, because overall it's expanding. That's all in spirit, with no judgment or bias, just sacred neutral, light of the soul. Allow that to build and put more of your soul's light into it. Build it. Make it a ball. Make it into a wave that goes into your chakras and it cleans them. Sends a flush through them all.